Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fun one. We're going to be doing another get ready with me. I've never done so many get ready with me in my whole life, but we're going to do another get ready with me, basically the full face apart from like the lip and the lash and all that kind of stuff, but we're doing all the skin in this video. We are going to be doing this gorgeous grungy rocker style look with some glitter involved, because why not? Some multi-chromes in here, duochrome highlighter, dark lip. It's all the business here on this look. I love how this turned out. I feel so cool right now. And yeah, we're just gonna go through and complete this look together. Also in this video, I'm going to be doing some Halloween themed this or that's, because I didn't know what else to talk about in this video, so I decided to add a little bit of extra in there. So we're going to be doing some of those just for something to chat about and get my opinions on a few things. Just before we get into the actual tutorial, my Instagram is linked down below. I post all my up close eye pictures, full face pictures of all my looks, and some extra spooky content on my stories as well. And my TikTok is down below, so you can go follow that as well for some more content. So yeah, I think that's all. I think that's everything we need to ramble about for now. So let's get into creating this look. Okay, so let's dive right in. I am fresh face. I just have a little bit of moisturizer on. We're even going to do primer together today. I'll show you my colour palette as I get to the eyes in a second. But yeah, we're going to do all skin. I'm going to probably leave my brows out because that's just boring. I hate doing my own brows. I like doing everyone else's brows, but I hate doing my own brows. I don't know why. So we're going to start with some primer. We are going to do the Rodal Soft Focus Glow Drops. These guys here, because my moisturizer has been sitting for a little while, so this will give me a little bit of extra hydration as well. I actually really like this primer as well because it's, I don't know, I got it in a Glossybox advent calendar, I think it was, or a Look Fantastic. I can't remember. I think it was Glossybox, but I kind of want to get another one. I'm kind of halfway through it now, but I want to get another one once it runs out. I just went to go wet my sponge because I forgot to do that, because I very rarely use like my makeup sponges, but I decided to use today. This is the Juno & Co microfiber sponge as well. And my foundation is going to be the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy foundation in Soft Ivory is my shade. We're just going to dab a little bit of that kind of everywhere. I wasn't going to film today, but I decided this is a look I've had planned for a bit, so I'm decided I was going to do it because I want to make sure I have everything filmed on time for you guys, so I can just edit when I maybe don't have time to film, or I don't feel like filming if I'm too tired or anything like that. But I am a bit tired today, but it is my day off from work. I was like, yeah, I'm going to film today, and then halfway through the day I was like, maybe I won't film today, but then I was like, no, do you know what, just do it, get it done, let's film, let's have a spooky day. I watched The Muppets Haunted Mansion, which was fun. It was like silly, but it was fun. And then I watched Halloween Town and Halloween Town 2, which I hadn't seen either of those in, I'd say, about 15 years. It's been that long, because I'm more of a hocus pocus gal if I'm going to go for those kind of movies. But yeah, I decided to watch them today, and it was very nice. It was very Halloweeny in this house today. I'm home alone right now. I also have pizza ordered, and it should be here in about 10 minutes. So I will be going to get that and eating that as I film. Well, it's not a mukbang. I'm not going to film it eating it, but I will be eating it because I'm starving. I also decided today, because I've kind of got nothing really to talk about. Oh, I went to see the Exorcist Believer movie. It was good. It was good. There's been a lot of people like saying, oh, it's the worst, it's like so bad. So I went in with kind of low expectations, and I was surprised. So I'm happy about that. It's not going to touch the original. It's like my favorite horror movie ever. But it was fun. There's definitely things I didn't like about it. There was a lot of like religious God talk, which I'm like, that's not what the first one was even about. Like, it was mostly about the medical side, and then even the priest in it, well, one of the priests in it was losing his faith. Like, it's about that. There was a lot of just, we believe in all this kind of stuff, and like, that's not what the original was about. But anyway, there was a lot of nods to the original, which I really appreciated. There was a lot of toenail stuff in it, so trigger warning if you're like me and that really affects you, because that really affected me. There was a few scares that got me. They did get me. And the makeup was unreal. The two girls that are possessed in it, unreal actresses. Oh my god, amazing. They were all really good actors in it, but wow. I still haven't seen the new Saw, because I haven't seen a lot of the Saw movies. I've only seen the first 4. My pizza arrived. I'm just going to throw it over here for now while I continue with my skin, and then I'll start eating that once I take a little break. So I'm going to move on to some concealer. This is just my MAC Pro Longwear concealer because it's one of my favourites, and I'm just going to pop it on my fingers because I always feel like people think I'm weird doing this, but this is what I do. I don't use a sponge for this. I literally only use a sponge for my skin. That's all. But yeah, I haven't seen the new Saw because I've only seen like the first 4. I watched the first 3 are amazing. I love the first 3, and then I watched number 4 and I was like, oh, it wasn't great. It was fine, but it wasn't great. So I kind of just lost interest and I haven't seen any of the other ones, but I am going to watch those before I watch the new one now. Not that I think you have to, I don't really know. I think in this video what I want to do is do some this or that. There's some spooky ones out there. I followed the Blair bitch on Instagram and she does really fun like templates and kind of things you can put into your stories and everything like that, which is nice. But yeah, I'm going to do that. So the first one, it's just kind of random Halloweeny ones that I found, so we're going to go through them. So first one is sweet or sour. I'm a sweet gal. I'm more of a savoury gal really, but I don't mind sour sweets, but I'm not one of these that goes for like the most sour sweets ever. I just don't get it. It must be like the same thing that people have like with spicy food. I'm not sure I like spicy, so I like moderately spicy. But yeah, I'm a sweet girly. I am a sweet girly actually. Next is trick or treat. I mean, I personally prefer treats, but I like tricks as well. If we're talking in that sense of like, I like the spooky, I like all that kind of stuff. So yeah, probably that as well. Next is witches or vampires. I mean, probably witches more so. I kind of, especially as I've gotten older, found it more interesting, the witch kind of thing. But when I was younger, I loved vampires. But I feel like vampires became a bit too romanticized for me. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Interview with a Vampire. I was a try girl. But I don't know. I find witches more interesting nowadays. Now I'm just going to do some cream bronzer. This is my Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer in Fair. This one here, this big guy. And this is a Luxie 522 tapered highlighter brush. But I love this for bronzer. Forgot to put my hairband back on. I didn't want to go to the door like this. The poor delivery guy would have known what's going on. So next up is candy apple or caramel apple. So we always used to think candied apples were caramel apples here in Ireland because Halloween was never really like the way it is in America, so a lot of stuff kind of gradually came here. So our like candied apples were our caramel apples, but I definitely prefer candied apple now because I'm more used to that. A caramel apple I like, but I'm more of a candied apple kind of girl. I'm just bronzing around the perimeter of my face with this, by the way. I do, when I'm doing cream bronzer, I do go slightly heavier than I normally would with the bronzing because when I powder over, sometimes it kind of goes a little bit paler, so I like to just put a little bit extra on. Next we've got haunted house or costume party. Now I love a costume party, don't get me wrong, because I love dressing up for Halloween. My friends usually have a Halloween party and they have a costume contest, which I'm 4-year reigning champion of, by the way. But I love a haunted house. Oh, I'm going to one actually. The day I'm filming this is the 15th of October. I'm going to the Nightmare Realm on the 19th of October, and it's in like a little farmers market in our city centre, and it's like got 6 haunted houses in it. It's got these scare zones, it's got shows, it's got all that kind of stuff, and I cannot wait. Oh my god, I cannot wait. We did one called Pharmaphobia a few years ago where you go down the country, so you're like in the middle of nowhere, and it's kind of the same. Now, it was during COVID, so we couldn't do a lot of the indoor stuff. It was mostly just all the outdoor stuff. There was 4 haunted houses at that, and it was amazing. I loved it. It was so much fun. I dragged my boyfriend to it, even though he hates all that kind of stuff, but he actually really enjoyed it. So yeah, on the 19th, we're going to haunted houses, and I'm so excited. I would give anything to be in Universal Studios in Orlando right now. Going to Halloween Horror Nights. I'd love to do that every single year. Okay, so now using powder blush, so I'm just gonna use some of my face powder to set my face. And this is just my MAC Mineralize powder in light, and this brush is from Makeup Revolution. I'm just taking a little bit of that, so I'm getting low on this powder, but I do have multiple backups because it's one of my favorites. Next up is scary stories or horror movies. I love both, but I'm a horror girly. Oh, I'm such a horror girl. I was going to watch a horror movie today, but I decided to watch the Muppets Haunted Mansion first because we've unsubscribed from Disney Plus, although I might resubscribe. It was my boyfriend's account. I might resubscribe for myself because I do enjoy it, but we weren't really using it that much, so I do know I understand why. And I decided today to watch the Haunted Mansion, and then I was scrolling through just the Halloween stuff, not the horror stuff, and Halloween Town came up. I was tempted to watch Hocus Pocus, but I'm saving that for Halloween week. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. But yeah, I just felt like more of like a spooky fun vibe as opposed to like a horror vibe today. I may watch a horror movie later on, who knows, even though I'm home alone. I'm one of those. I hate getting to this part of a powder where you're just at the outskirts because I find it so hard to pick up on the brush, but I don't want to throw it away because I know there's product left in it. It's just like so many more dips to get the product to. Okay, so we're going to move on to blush, and we're going to use Rockateur, this one up here, more of a neutral kind of pink blush, and because we are going to be doing a dark grungy winged out sort of shape with some glitters and stuff like that, the usual for Halloween, and I always like this kind of tone for my cheeks for that. Next one up is Aliens or Ghosts. I'm more of a ghosty girly. I watched Alien and I enjoyed it, but I feel like I need to watch it again. I feel like I missed some of it. I don't know. I love The Thing. That's an Alien movie. It's like in my top 10, I would say. 100% of my horror movies. I need to do a top 10. I have the app Letterboxd where it's like you can review movies and do all that kind of stuff. Kind of like IMDb, but like you can kind of, I don't know. It's a fun app. I have lists on it of like horror movies I need to watch, horror movies I have watched, so I know, keep track of everything. I have a list every year of like the 31 movies that I want to watch, which I didn't do this year because I just knew I wasn't going to be able to fit it all in with trying to do all these videos. So I'm just kind of watching when I feel like it. And then for highlight, I'm taking Specter from Unearthly Cosmetics. The only highlight I haven't used from the ones that they sent me, and this is that kind of like violet reflex, and I'm so excited to use this. Oh my god. But with the next kind of prompt from the this or that, it's Ouija board or bobbing for apples. You could have put anything with Ouija board and I would have picked it because I will not refuse to play with the Ouija board, and I wouldn't even be in a room where someone oh wow, look at that. Oh my goodness, that was a bit too much. Oh, I need to wear that out. But yes, anyway, before I got distracted by the beautifulness of this highlighter, I will not be even in the same house as a real Ouija board. Absolutely not, because I've seen The Exorcist. I know what happens. I don't necessarily believe in all that, but I'm enough of a believer to not mess with it. Okay, so let me jump off. I'm going to do my brows, and then when I come back we can start the eyes. I'm so shiny. I cannot believe it. Okay, so I have brows on. I also popped a little bit of eyeshadow primer on. I just used my Too Faced Shadow Insurance just for a little base to kind of work on, because I always like to have a base on because I'm going to pop something in my crease. I have made another little palette. I'm using single shadows again. Ignore the whites because I just didn't put those away from the last time for my candy corn look. But we're going to be using this really like grey cool toned kind of color palette with some fun multi-chromes. So we're going to start with this shade here, which is from Makeup Geek. This is Friend Zone. It's like a grey brown kind of color. And to start with, I'm actually just going to map out my shape using a liquid liner because I'm going to use a gel then to fill it all in. This is the NYX Epic Wear liner pen, or Epic Ink liner pen, isn't it? Yeah, Epic Ink. And we're going to just basically map around the shape of my eyeball a little bit higher than my crease. So I hope you guys can see what I'm doing because I'm not sure, but we're just going to start mapping out the shape. So when my eyes open, I should still see the line. That's the kind of vibe I want to go for. And I'm just going to go out here and map out a wing. Don't worry if the edges aren't perfect around like that. We're just kind of getting a general shape of this going. I just realised I forgot to put the colour in my crease after me just saying what colour I was going to use. It doesn't matter. It was only going to be there for a little bit of background colour, but it's fine. So when we get out here, I'm going to kind of join up to these. It's not a double line, by the way. I just realised I wanted to go down a little bit lower, so I went down a little bit lower. So we're going big. It's going to pass the eyebrow, but that's kind of, I want this to be really big and heavy. I also brought it to a slight point down here, which I might extend a little bit more. I'll see. I'm not sure what I want to do with the lower lash line. If I want to smudge it out, like smoke it out, or have a sharp line. The reason why I brought that down lower is because I had a feeling I wanted that for this look, so just connecting to that line. So make sure it's down far enough, so not where you'd kind of normally start your wing liner, down a little bit further than that. So we have that sort of shape. If you need to clean up any edges around it, you can use a bit of concealer. I kind of might need to in here a little bit, but now I have to this is all fine. I have to do that on this eye now, so bear with me. Okay, that took a while and I look mental, but it's fine, don't worry about it. We're going to take some Blacktrack Fluidline from MAC. It's their gel liner, and I'm taking that on a Cash Beauty K09 brush, just a flat brush, very flat brush. So we're going to take some of this and we're just going to fill in that shape. And I done this down here really thick as well and kind of filled in my inner corner, so I didn't have to go too far down with those so I don't mess it up accidentally. But anywho, let's get back to our this or that while after I finished having to concentrate so much on this. So next up, it is Graveyard or Abandoned House. I would probably go more for like, let's say we're taking a walk and we want to do something spooky. I'd go to a graveyard as opposed to an abandoned house, because in my head I would just believe that there's something in that house. Where a graveyard is kind of almost peaceful in a way, unless there really is zombies, I don't know. But yeah, that's probably what I would pick for that one. Fill in the whole shape, the whole lot of it. And once the shape is kind of filled in, you can kind of see if you want to thicken anything up or anything like that. Don't know if I do. I think I'm okay. And then the last one for this or that, even though I'm going to do a few more while I do the rest of my eyes, is chocolate or gummies. I'm more of a gummy kind of gal. I do like chocolate, but I don't eat a huge amount. Like if you gave me a bar of chocolate, say like this size, I'd have a small piece off it and it would probably last me about 2 weeks. I mean, I do get a craving for chocolate every now and again, but I just never fully go for it with chocolate. But I will always pick a chocolate cake. Over any sort of cake, I will always pick chocolate. Okay, so next one, still from the Blair Bitch, is a fall this or that, which I thought would be nice. That would be nice and fun. So first up is apple pie or pumpkin pie. I've never had pumpkin, so I would go apple pie. I've had apple pie a few times. I like it. It's not one of my favourite things in the world, but I do eat it when it's around. Then we've got candied apple, caramel apple. I've already done that on another one, so I'm not going to answer that one again. Hot cider or hot chocolate? Hot chocolate all the way. Oh, there's nothing like a good hot chocolate. No, a proper hot chocolate with real chocolate in it, not chocolate powder or the cocoa powder that you mix. No, I'm not into that. So I don't know if you have it everywhere, but we have Butlers here in Ireland, and it's like they make chocolates in general, like, so you can buy chocolates and stuff like that for people. But they do coffee and they do drinks and all that kind of stuff, and there's nothing like a Butler's hot chocolate. Oh my god, they literally scoop out a big scoop of melted chocolate and mix it into the hot milk. Oh. I've done the Starbucks hot chocolate. I used to get them all the time going home from work when I had to wait for my bus or anything like that. If I had like 10 minutes, I'd fly into Starbucks. It was right beside where I worked or where I got the bus from work. And then one day I decided, oh, there's a Butler's over here. Let me try Butler's hot chocolate. Never went back to Starbucks. Never again. Never went back to Starbucks. I'm a Butler's girly. So Butler's, sponsor me. Give me free hot chocolates. And iced caramel macchiatos. Thank you. By the way, I had my pizza while I was doing my brows and it was delicious. So next up, while I wait for this to dry completely, we have got a corn maze or haunted house. Yeah, probably still a haunted house, I would say. I do like a corn maze though, because that was in Pharmaphobia. That was fun, but I'd probably still go a corn maze. Then we've got sweaters or flannels. I love a flannel. Love a flannel. I very rarely wear them though, but I do love them. I love seeing them in shops around, like, oh, cozy season. I do wear jumpers a lot though, or sweaters in the winter. Like, I love a jumper. Football or bonfire? Bonfire? I hate football. I hate football. Oh my god, I cannot watch that sport. I'll stick it on if the World Cup is on and Ireland are playing or something like that, or the Euros and Ireland are playing. I can't watch it though. I can't deal with the fake falling and pretending like you broke your leg. I can't do it. I just can't. I watch rugby. Rugby, that's a better sport. Like, I've watched a man pop his finger back into place and went on playing. No medics needed. And the last one for this one is Halloween or Thanksgiving. We don't do Thanksgiving here in Ireland, so Halloween. Okay, so next we're going to go in with Corrupt from Makeup Geek, the black from Makeup Geek. Any matte black will do. This is just the best one I have in my collection right now. And I just wiped off that brush just on with some like brush cleaner. And we're going to use that and just go over that whole black area. The main part of the lid anyway, just so it's super matte black, even though this does dry matte, but just to make sure that it's nice and even, that there's no patchiness, just a double layer of black. And you will get fallout. Okay, next little this or that kind of thing is a would you rather, but it's like a random would you rather. So would you rather see the future or read minds? I would rather, probably read minds out of those two. I mean, if I'm, when people say what would you pick as a superpower, I pick teleportation because I'm always late to everything. And I just like to be there on time. I am also going to set the underneath, but I'm going to do that in a few minutes when I've got this part done, because the liquid liner is a bit shinier than the gel liner, so I want it all to be nice and matte. Next up is read a book or watch a movie. I probably prefer to watch a movie in general, although I do love reading. But I always feel like if I'm reading, I'm wasting time. I'm one of those people, I feel like I should be doing filming or editing if I have the time to do it. But I do love to read. I always read on holidays. I always have a book on holidays. And I always sit by the pool or by the beach and read, much to my boyfriend's dismay, because he always wants me to get in the pool and play all the time. Yes, he's 31. But I don't know, I just love reading a book on holidays. Then we've got always be warm or always be cold. Always be warm. Always be warm. I'm always cold, so always, my feet are cold right now. My heating is on. I'm in my jammies and I'm cold. Well, I'm not cold, but my feet are cold, so I would rather be warm at all times. There's a lot of fallout from this. I'm very scared. Should have done the eyes first. And then for underneath, I'm taking an Inglot 208 brush, which is like a kind of fluffy pencil brush, if that makes sense. Or a fluffy pointed brush, I'm not sure. But we're going to take the same matte black. We're just going to set the underneath. Try not to blur the edge. Try. But I mean, if I'm going to put more concealer to tidy up, I don't really mind too much. Next up on this one is go hiking or go shopping. Go shopping. Shopping is hiking. You're walking around for probably the same amount of time. I don't mind a hike, don't get me wrong. I love a walk. I love going on walks, but if someone said let's go shopping or let's go hiking, I'd pick hiking or I'd pick shopping. Then it's be able to fly or invisibility powers. Be able to fly. Easy. Oh my god, like you can go anywhere. Get yourself out of any situation you need to be out of. Just fly away. You need to get to work, fly. That's basically teleportation. It's great. I didn't even read all of these when I was going through them. This is watch Star Wars or watch Lord of the Rings. Watch Lord of the Rings. Always. I like Star Wars, don't get me wrong. It wasn't for my kind, like my era. Well, it was, but like I don't know, I just didn't get into it when people of my age were into it. I was watching Lord of the Rings instead. Lord of the Rings is my favourite movie of all time. And I say movie, not movies, because it's one big long movie. So whenever someone says, what's your favourite one? I don't have one. It's one big movie. Okay, we have fallout, but I'm going to tidy up in a minute. I want to get moving on to the next clip. Okay, so we have fallout, but I'm going to tidy up in a minute because I'm going to use some shimmers as well, so I might get some fallout for that and I don't have to do that again. So we are going to take some glitter primer. This is our Too Faced Glitter Insurance. I forgot the name of it there. And I just want to pop this down the middle of the eye, kind of like a halo, sort of. And we're going to use 2 different shimmers, one on each eye. So I'm just taking a little blob of that and then we're just going to pop that. I'm just using my finger because I don't need this to be precise or anything like that. Just a little stripe of it down the middle and then with your finger start feathering that out. But you won't see it, really. You won't be visible to see that part. You'll just see the shimmer once it goes on it. Okay, so now I've got my glitter primer on and we're going to take our Terra Moon shadow. So I've got Chasing Comets, which is this beautiful purple kind of gold, almost like green shift. And then this one is Midnight Winter, which kind of has purple as well, but it's kind of more of like a petrol or like a oil slick kind of look to it. So it doesn't matter which eye they go on, I'm going to put them on one side and one on the other side. I was going to do one or the other, that's kind of how I planned it. And I just wasn't sure which colour I wanted to use, so I'm using both because I can't decide. So I'm going to take Chasing Comets first. I'm using the same brush I used for the matte black and the gel liner. And that's just going to go over top of the glitter primer, and with the black base you'll really see the shifts in it as well. Next on our this or that is, would I rather explore the outer space, or space, is it? Explore space or the ocean, both of which are terrifying to me, so kind of neither. I wouldn't like to do either of them. I don't like the void kind of idea. I have thalassophobia as well. I don't like open water. I'm terrified of sharks. I don't like deep water where I have a feeling there's something underneath me. I don't like that. That gives me the heebie-jeebies, freaks me out. I'm just taking Midnight Winter now for the other side, which I've never actually used on my eyes. That's gonna go on this side. Oh, you can really see the green in that. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And then last one for this one, would you rather lose your sight or lose your hearing? I'd probably rather, oh that's a bit depressing, maybe lose my hearing? Don't know. That's a hard one. Neither. I wouldn't like either to happen. Okay, so now with that on, I'm going to just tidy up my under eyes and we'll do a little inner corner highlight kind of. And I may clean up a little bit of my edging around here as well. This is your point to do that. And I'll come back, we'll do some liner my waterline, mascara and all that kind of business. Okay, so now we have tidied up. I'm going to go in with my Inglaw Soft Precision eyeliner in 20, which is a black. I need to get a new black pencil because I used my Urban Decay Zero up. I've used Perversion up as well before in the past. I have the Colourpop cream gel liner in Exit, I think is, or no, Swerve is the black one, which is fine. I'm pretty sure I have a Beauty Bay one, but I don't know where it is. I feel like I need a new black because I know this is not like my best black in the world, but it's what I could find. So we're just going to use this anyway and pop this on the waterline. If you don't have a good black liner, like for waterline stuff around like that, you can just use the gel. Okay, now with the waterline filled in, this is coming together a little bit more. It looks a bit mental when the waterline's not told me to do a look like this, but anyway, I'm going to jump off. I'm going to do my mascara, my lashes, and probably my lip as well, because I don't think you really need to see that part. I've done all the cheeks and everything like that. So I'm going to jump off, I'm going to do that, and I will let you know what I use when I come back. Okay guys, so this is how I finish off the look. I love this. I added a few little things to the look as well. So let me go through everything that I used on my face, the stuff that I didn't show you guys, which is only a couple of things. But to finish off the eyes, I actually forgot to show you this. I did my inner corner highlight with another Terra Moon's shadow. This is Lunar Spectrum. So it kind of reflects like a little bit of gold, a little bit of pink, and a little bit of green. So I thought that would go quite well with both sides of the eye. I didn't like cover any of that point in the corner. I actually went like up and then under, so you still get that nice sharp edge. My mascara is my Clinique High Impact mascara, and my lashes are the House of Lashes Midnight Luxe lashes. Super wingy, spiky, very rocker-esque, that kind of vibe, because that's the vibe. It's, I mean, I'm probably going to call it glam rock or something like that, or glam goth, or I don't know. You already know the title. You've seen the title already, but I don't know yet because I haven't put it up yet. And then for the eyes, actually 2 different glitters on each side that match very well, I have to say, to both sides of the eye. So I've got Apocalyptic Beauty Void Between Worlds, which is like purple holographic glitters and silver and all that kind of stuff. So I added a few kind of like black stars and all the holographicness like around the like the point of the eye, the wing. And then on this side also from Apocalyptic Beauty is Fantasy, and that's on this side. This is more like teal with purple iridescence, and did the exact same on this side, but just in 2 different colors but the same kind of placement. And then for lips, I went with my Kaleidos Cloud Lab Lip Clay, which I always find hard to say, but I always try to say it fast, in the shade Scorpion Fruit, which is not black. It looks black, but it's not. It's a very dark aubergine. There's Queen of the Night, which is more like a dark purple, like a dark plummy shade, where this is more like dark aubergine. Definitely has a purple undertone, but very dark. So that is it. That is the eyes, that is the skin, and that is the lip. That's all, and the glitter and all the bits. I love this look. I think it's so fun, so just, I don't know, intense and unapproachable, and I love it so much. I love the glitter. I love the 2 different tones on the eyes, and yeah, I'm in love with this look. So I want to know down in the comments below, what do you think of this look? Would you wear this look? And what are your answers to some of the this or that's that I did in this? Because I just felt like doing them for fun, because I knew I was doing a get ready and I wanted something to talk about, so I did those. So let me know that down in the comments below. If you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up down below. It's the quickest, simplest and easiest way to give me a little bit of support, to get me around more people, and also let me know that you like the video, and I will continue to do many more. And don't forget to hit subscribe down below to see many more videos coming up. We're getting towards the end of spooky season, which is very sad times, but there's always more content coming up, so don't you worry. I've already got stuff filmed for November that I don't have to film. I don't film anything for November because I have a lot of stuff that I've already filmed that I didn't get a chance to put up before spooky season. So in November, I'll be doing all my Christmas content before December. So I'm actually quite ahead of myself now. And as I said in the beginning, my Instagram is linked down below. I post all my up-close eye pictures, full face pictures, and all that jazz, and some extra spooky content. And my TikTok is down below as well for some more extra spooky content. And I think that's everything for me, guys. So I will see you in the next video.